Hello everyone, I'm Ryler here with my Fallout 4 build. Fallout 4 is coming out now in 2 days as I record this, and I've been thinking about how I actually want to play the game. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on it, and I just want to try and get it in my head how I actually want to play the game, so let's get on with it. As if by magic, this is going to be my starting special. So we've got Strength 3, Perception 4, Endurance 3, Charisma 2, Intelligence 3, Agility 7 and Luck 6. So I'm going to go through into the perk chart now, so we'll put this up in this corner and I will show you this perk chart. Okay, so first I'm going to go through the special skills and I'm going to kind of explain why I've put certain numbers into certain skills. Firstly, we've got Strength. So I am going to be using melee, and it's a bit of a shame that I don't have any more that I can put into Strength, because Strength actually affects how much damage you're going to be doing with melee attacks. So it's a bit of a shame that I can't have more into this. I will be putting more in as we go through the game, but as I start the game I can't afford any more points going into other skills, so this is just how it's gonna kind of have to go for now. So it also affects how much we can carry as well, so we might not be able to carry as much as I want, probably getting overburdened quite often. Perception, we have 4 in Perception, which means well, it affects weapon accuracy, it says here, in VATs. I'm not sure how often I'll be using VATs. I will be using VATs, but maybe not as often as actually just gunning people down or hitting people with baseball bats. I'm not really sure, but it's always fun to use VATs. But it also used to affect when you used to see enemies on the radar as well, so I'm wondering if that's still in it. So Endurance, it affects your total health first of all, so ours isn't going to be a lot since it's only at 3, and the action point drain from sprinting, so the more endurance you have, the longer that you can sprint, so we probably won't be running about too much either. I guess we're just going to have a slow, lethargic kind of walk around, but hey, it's a new game, I'm going to be wanting to take a slow walk and just take everything in. Charisma, the Charisma is the lowest stat that I've got here at 2, so it's charm and convince others and affects your success to persuade in dialogue and your prices as well, so we're probably not going to be able to persuade many people, so that's gonna be bad, because I used to always kind of put speech up in other games, so it's gonna be kind of difficult not to be kind of able to kind of get around people by talking to them. But hey, every time that happens it just might mean that we need to do something for them, which obviously opens up into other quests, so you know, it might be alright. Intelligence used to define how many kind of skill points you got every time you leveled up. Skill points have actually been taken out now, so now intelligence actually affects how much experience points you get from, I'm guessing, everything. So maybe if you unlock something, if your intelligence is at 10 you might get 50 XP, but if it's at 1 you might only get 20 XP. That's how intelligence seems to work in Fallout 4, I understand. Agility, obviously we have put the most points into agility at 7. It's a measure of your overall fitness and reflexes. It affects the number of action points in VATs and your ability to sneak, so we are going to be quite a sneaky little badger of a character, and also it does mean that we're going to have more action points. So that does mean that we might be able to sprint quite often, but it just means that since we have low endurance, it just means that they won't come back as quick. But sneaking is going to be very helpful. And lastly, we have luck. Luck is a measure of your general good fortune. It affects the recharge rate of critical hits and your chances of finding better items. So I'm not really sure what this means. I mean, finding better items, that to me kind of means that we're going to be finding pretty nice items from the get-go, you know? I'm hoping that's what it means anyway. I'm hoping it kind of means that you might be able to find a good gun in just a random box. That would be good if that's what luck did, but obviously critical hits is going to be a main thing for us too, so even if we're not finding fantastic weapons or armor, at least we'll still be able to shoot people in the face and kill them immediately. So this is kind of what I want at the beginning of the game. Obviously you can kind of branch out further, you can put more points into your special stats as you go along if you don't want to pick perks, if that makes sense. And so this is how I'm going to do it. So we start off firstly with strength. Strength is at 3. The reason being is that I want to be able to build armor. Maybe not as soon as possible, but yeah, it's definitely going to be something that I'm interested in, especially with the new armor kind of settings for Fallout 4, that all armor is now kind of separate. So you've got like a bit of armor for each arm, you've got one for your torso, one for each leg, and a helmet or a hat or whatever. So building armor, it seems that there's 4 different perks that we can put into. So the first one protects yourself from the dangers of the wasteland with access to base level and rank 1 armor mods. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. So as we go along these, gain access to rank 2, gain access to rank 3, and yes, gain access to rank 4. But you'll have to be level 39 to actually get all 4 of them. But you know, as long as I have strength 3, I'll be able to do that, so that's good. The second reason I want 3 in strength is the Big Leagues perk, because we will be using bits and pieces of melee as well. I've been told that there's actually backstabs in, or a lot of people are starting to think there's backstabs, because there is a Pip-Boy kind of status for how many backstabs you have actually done in the game. So you know, it's going to be fun. This build that I'm making is going to be pretty stealthy, so going up behind people, stabbing them in the back, that's always going to be fun. So swing for the fences, do 20% more melee weapon damage, so that's the first perk. So as we go along these, 40% with a chance to disarm your opponent, so that's going to be pretty helpful. Obviously taking their weapon away while still beating them in the face with a baseball bat is going to be pretty good, to be honest. They won't be able to attack back, or they'll only be able to attack with maybe their fists or maybe a secondary weapon, I don't know. Third is 60% and an increased chance to disarm your opponent. So 4 perks in this, do 80% more melee damage and hit all targets in front of you, which is going to be great. If there's obviously 3 or 4 running at you, you can just swing and hit them all. And number 5, it does double damage each hit and a chance to cripple your opponent or grand slam their head clean off. I mean, how does that not sound fun? I'll probably be leaving the Iron Fist perk for now, because I'm mostly going for melee. But yeah, okay, Perception 4, the reason I want Perception 4. Well, I mean, we do have kind of Pickpocket, which I won't be interested in. I don't really want to dump points into Pickpocket. Rifleman, maybe. This build is mostly going to be about using pistols and melee weapons, so I mean, if it starts getting really difficult, then I probably will turn to rifles as well. But for the moment, it's not going to be the first thing I pick. Awareness, no more details about enemies after aiming at them through that. Nothing, not really what I want. I'm not really bothered about that. But this is the perk why I put Perception up. Your nimble fingers allow you to pick advanced locks, so we're going to be able to pick locks. Hopefully in the first couple of levels I will kind of upgrade this, so I'll be able to kind of unlock and find better stuff, hopefully. Endurance, so I've got endurance at 3. Firstly for the toughness perk, so the toughness perk instantly gain plus 10 damage resistance, and that goes up to 50, so that's always going to be good to be getting shot at and not taking as much damage. Lead belly is not something that I'm particularly interested in, not something I really took in New Vegas or Fallout 3. Less radiation. I always thought the radiation wasn't too much of a big deal, even though radiation is actually being done differently in Fallout 4. It actually, if you haven't seen, the radiation seems to cut your energy short, so say that you are 50% irradiated, it would take 50% of your energy off you. I'm not really sure on the actual percentages there, but that's kind of what it does. It kind of puts a red bar. If you actually played Fallout Shelter, it's how the radiation works on that. It kind of puts a red bar on your energy, and you won't be able to go further than that. Life Giver, this is the main reason I've taken Endurance. Life Giver will kind of put your maximum health up as you go down the ranks. So each time it's putting up by 20, and the last one slowly regenerates lost health. So in Fallout New Vegas, the slowly regenerates lost health was actually in implant that you could buy for quite a lot. I think it was like 15,000 caps maybe. But it's obviously part of a perk this time around, so that's going to be good to have. Probably won't put it up immediately because I do believe, like most Fallout games, the enemies won't be too difficult at the beginning, so I don't think we'll need to put energy up too much. On to Charisma. Charisma I've put to 2, which is very low, especially because I said at the beginning of this perk chart, it seems that Charisma influences your kind of speech ability. But I've not kind of gone towards that. I've actually just gone towards how much I'm able to kill things immediately. So starting off with Cap Collector, this is kind of like the bartering skill of Fallout New Vegas, well, all the Fallouts really, from 1 to New Vegas. It's your bartering skill, and I never really put bartering up. I was always finding caps all over the place, and the things I did sell, I always just obviously looted off someone else and kind of sorted through that. So not really something I'm going to be getting. The Lady Killer slash Black Widow, was it? Was it the Black Widow? I can't really remember which one it was now. It was maybe the Confirmed Bachelor was the lady's point of view. I can't really remember now, but yeah, it's you do 5% damage in combat against the opposite sex. So that's going to be obviously good. Any kind of like more damage to enemies is always good. So the second version of this is women now suffer 10% damage in combat, even easier to persuade in dialogue. They're also easy to pacify with the intimidation perk, which we're not actually going for at the moment. Obviously that'll be for men if you're Confirmed Bachelor or Black Widow. So yeah. So the third rank of this is it's a 15% damage plus. It's even easier now to kind of pacify, so it's not something I'm going to be really going for immediately again, but it's something that I will want, especially, to be honest, mostly it's not even the damage I'm going for there, it is mostly the persuade in dialogue kind of option. Since my charisma is going to be low anyway, it's going to be nice to hit a few of them. Onto intelligence. So intelligence is at 3 for me. So starting off with Van, let Vault-Tec guide you. The path to your closest quest target is displayed in VAT. So this is kind of like the clairvoyance perk of Skyrim. That's what a lot of people are kind of thinking it is anyway. It's not really something that I'm looking for. You already have a map on Fallout that it's always pretty much easy to find what you're looking for, so it's not really something that I would want to waste a perk on, even though who knows, it might be something that is really good to take. I'm not really sure right now, obviously not having seen the game yet, but still it's not something that sounds that good to me. Medic, Stimpaks restore 40% of lost health and Radaway removes 40% of radiation. This is fantastic. Stimpaks are obviously your main kind of health regeneration that you'll be using. I'm not really sure how they're being used in Fallout 4. I'm not really sure if you take a Stimpak and it kind of regenerates the whole amount of health, so it's immediate 40%, or I don't know if it's 40% over say like 10 seconds. I'm not really sure how they're doing it. I understand there's no hardcore mode, so maybe it's just immediate, not really sure. But anyway, the way obviously Stimpaks are your main kind of health regen, so it's going to be something that I definitely will be looking at. And as we go up these ranks, 60% is rank 2, 80 rank 3, and 100. That's actually really good, especially if you have a lot of health. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so that's obviously rank 46 though, but yeah, that's very good. Okay. It's even better than I thought it would be, so it's absolutely perfect taking this. And the main reason I want 3 into intelligence is the gun nut perk, which obviously gain access to base level and rank 1 gun mods. So it's going to go up rank 2, rank 3, rank 4, just like the armor mod did. But obviously we're going to be using guns more than melee at the moment, and yeah, I'm going to want to make gun mods. That's pretty much it's going to be nice to kind of play about with that. I didn't actually do it much in Fallout New Vegas, actually. I never really used the workbench or anything like that, so hopefully it doesn't look as boring anyway, so, you know, it's going to be good. Okay, agility. We have 7 in agility, so obviously this is where we're going to be putting most of our perks in, I believe. Starting with our main kind of perk, the Gunslinger. 20% more damage with pistols. We're going to be using pistols pretty much most of the way through, I'd like to think. I'm hoping there is a whole range of different pistols and pistol mods as well, but yeah, we're going to be kind of like as it says, a gunslinger. Pistols are going to be fun. I probably will be trying other guns out, obviously, just to see how they work, even plasma guns and laser guns, which I never used in Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3, and didn't particularly ever like using them, so I'll still be using them in this though. But I think gunslinger pistols are going to be my main thing, along with melee. So as we go up these, 20% more damage with pistols. Non-automatic pistols now do 40% more damage, and then have increased range, which is always going to be helpful. 60% ranged even further, and 80% the attacks can now disarm opponents. That's level 27 will be able to do that, so disarming opponents with attacks always helpful, as I explained with the melee. And the last rank, non-automatic pistols now do double damage, which is always good. Their attacks have a much better chance to disarm opponents, which is even better, and may even cripple a limb. So it just keeps getting better and better with the pistols. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using them. Okay, Commando. Rigorous combat training means automatic weapons do 20% more damage. Probably not going to put anything in this immediately. I don't really like using automatic weapons. I'm not much of a spray and pray type of person. I normally like kind of aiming shots. So automatic weapons, although you know you can still aim and things like that, I understand, but I prefer guns that take more damage off with less shots, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Whatever. Not going to be taking much of this. Yeah, sneak is going to be one of the main ones for us, for the sneak criticals especially. I'm not really sure how criticals really work anymore. I understand that you have like a critical bar now, but I don't know if sneak kind of goes towards that if you hit people from sneak. I think it does, but anyway, sneak is going to be one of our main ones for a perk later on. So as we go up this, harder to detect, 20% harder to detect while sneaking is rank 1, 30% harder, you no longer trigger foot-based traps, so I'm guessing that's like tripwires and like mines and stuff like that, I guess. 40% harder to detect while sneaking, no longer trigger enemy mines. Alright, okay, that's mines there then. So the last one would be like pressure plates and tripwires, I'm guessing, yeah? Yeah, that sounds good. 50% harder to detect while sneaking, and running no longer adversely affects stealth, so you can actually move as fast as you want without... because normally when you're in stealth you'd probably be moving pretty slow, so no one can kind of hear you. At this point, no, you can't be able to just run at people and they won't be able to hear you. That's great. And entering stealth causing distant enemies to lose you. So this was kind of like a perk in Skyrim if you played Skyrim. You could kind of go into stealth and like there'd be a second of kind of everyone loses where you are, but it sounds like obviously more distant enemies lose you, because it did become very overpowered. That sneak, because you could actually just go straight and sneak with someone in front of you and then hit him with a critical attack immediately. It was just madness, but fun though. But anyway, yeah, sneak's going to be one of the main ones for us. Mr. Sandman is not something that I'm going to be taking. I feel like if someone's asleep already, you don't really need to kill them instantly, because let's face it, it takes them normally maybe like 3 to 5 seconds to get up. Normally they're dead between that time if you have caught them sleeping. It's not really something that I'd ever use. I think it's a bit of a waste. You never really found sleeping people as well, so not something I'm going to put my perks into. Action Boy, no time waste. Action points regenerate 25% faster. Okay, so that means that you will be able to use VATs more. I'm not really sure how VAT is working in the game. I'm not really sure if it's going to be a main thing like it always has been, because I know that they've done a lot to the first person kind of shooting part of the game, so I'm pretty sure that will still be pretty big though, so it's kind of good to have action point. Won't be something I put it in straight away, but It's always nice, especially because your action points actually go towards how fast you run as well. Not how fast you run, how far you run. That's how it goes. Yeah. So the more action points you have, the more that you can run. That's going to be great. So yeah, perk 1 will 25% faster, perk 2 50% faster. Okay, moving target. This is a new perk to the Fallout series, I'd like to say. I can't remember seeing it before. They can't hurt what they can't hit. Get a plus 25 damage resistance and a plus 25 energy resistance while you're sprinting. It's interesting, to say the least. I'm not really sure how much I would use this on my first playthrough, but something I was thinking about making a melee character only. As my first kind of character, and this was going to be one of the main things I was going to use. I was just going to run at people, well, sprint at people and just wipe them out as they are unable to hurt me while sprinting. It's going to be interesting. I probably won't use it too much. Number 7 down the line, this is the reason we put 7 into agility. The ninja perk is something that we're going to be using quite a lot. So trained as Shadow Warrior, your ranged sneak attacks do 2.5 normal damage and your melee sneak attacks do 4 times normal damage. So this is what I'm talking about, melee, getting up close and personal with people, while in sneak doing that 4 times damage. It used to be fantastic in Skyrim. You used to be able to go through gangs of people very easily, so that's going to be something that's going to be good to use. So rank 1 is, as I just kind of said, your range and sneak attacks do 3 normal damage, 3 times normal damage, and your melee sneak attacks do 5, so it keeps going up. The last rank, your range sneak attacks do 3.5 normal damage, and your melee sneak attacks do 10 times normal damage, so that's going to be massive at level 33. So this is going to be one of the main things I'm going to first put perks into, I think, just for them sneak criticals. And lastly, we have luck. We have luck at 6, and we'll go down as we have been doing. Fortune Finder, you have learned to discover Wasteland's hidden wealth, find more bottle caps and containers. Not something that I've ever really taken. I always found that you always got enough caps to do what you wanted with, but who knows, Fallout 4 might be different. You might need more caps to do more things, who knows. Rank 4 of this, I've not gone through the perks before, this just kind of made me laugh. You find more bottle caps in containers, and there's a chance of enemies exploding in a shower of caps when you kill them. Wow, okay. It'd be interesting. Still, it's not something I'm going to be taking, I don't think. Scrounger, you know how to scavenge and keep the fight going, find more ammunition. So it's just like the bottle caps, but obviously find more ammunition. Not something I ever really took as well. Never found these too helpful. Well, I never took them, and I never ran into any trouble. So, you know, that's... I don't know, once again, Fallout 4, it might be different. But as we go along these... Oh, no one... It's a shame that no one explodes into ammo on rank 4 of this, but never mind, I'm sure we can go without that. Okay, Bloody Mess is one of the big perks known to the Fallout universe. When you kind of kill someone, they explode into a gory red paste, as it says. It's also a 5% bonus damage. With all weapons, I understand it. It used to be all weapons. It doesn't say any differently here that it's only specific weapons, so my guess is it's still the same. As we go down the ranks, it will be something I'm taking, but probably the thing is, which it's just a silly kind of perk. I think the 5% damage is nice, but I don't know. It took something away from me when people used to explode. It really did. I don't know why. It just didn't feel right. So I never really used to take it, even though the 5% bonus damage used to be nice. I still never took it, so it just depends with me. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with this. So it's either one of them that I really put into, I probably won't put into at all. But I probably will, because let's face it, it's fun. Okay, as we go down this, so 5% for rank 1, 10% in rank 2, 15% in rank 3. When an enemy explodes, nearby enemies may suffer the same fate. That is rank 4. Just imagine the domino effect of Bloody Mess. That's what rank 4 is going to be. Might be interesting to see. Okay, Mysterious Stranger is something that I used to like. I did used to like the Mysterious Stranger in New Vegas and Fallout 3. What was the other one called? Miss Fortune. Yeah, Miss Fortune was sort of the same, but not as good, if I remember. Or she did different things, I can't really remember. But Mysterious Stranger was always my favourite out of the two. So he kind of appears when you use VATS, and he kind of finishes off enemies for you. So you will appear occasionally at rank 1, he'll appear more often in rank 2, and he'll appear even more often in rank 3. Plus, when he kills an opponent, there is a chance that our critical meter gets filled, so that might be interesting. So he kills an enemy, we get the next kind of critical hit on an enemy, or something like that. But still, it's a good kind of perk to have. The Mysterious Stranger was always fun. Idiot Savant is not really something that we're going to be taking. It pretty much gives us XP for any action. The lower the intelligence, the greater the chance of actually earning this. It's not going to be something I'm going to be taking. I feel that we're going to be getting XP throughout the game doing different things, so it's not really something I'm going to be going for. And Better Criticals is our last perk that we are going for, and because it's, let's face it, we're going to be trying to get criticals from sneak attacks. We've already got the ninja critical, and just imagine the ninja critical was times 10, but then the criticals do 100% extra kind of damage. It's going to wipe everyone out. This is the reason why I put agility and luck as the highest stats. I'm hoping for a really overpowered character. So let's go through these. Advanced training for enhanced combat effectiveness. Wow, that's hard to say. Criticals do 50% extra damage in rank 1. Criticals now do twice as much extra damage in rank 2. And your criticals do 2.5 times as much extra damage in rank 3, so that's going to be obviously great for killing enemies as fast as possible. So that's going to be my Fallout 4 build. It's going to be my first build, kind of a melee slash draw from the hip pistol, shoot you in the face type of guy. I need to use better words, I think, but that's kind of what I'm using at first anyway. I'm going to be taking Tuesday off work to record a whole day of Fallout, and then I will be releasing probably one a day for the next 3 years-ish. Maybe slightly overestimating though, but I am looking forward to doing obviously mods and everything else with this. So let me know what you think of the build. Let me know if you think that you could make it any better, and hopefully I'll see you for my Fallout playthrough. Thanks now, bye.